Sorry, you started at a Subway sandwich place, and now you're owning
hotels,
two hotels. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Airdrie Inside. I am your host, Chris Glass, and we are here at the Nose Creek Amphitheater, one of the most iconic places in Airdrie, and going to be home to Culture Fest on Canada Day, so make sure you come out here. I am with Dan Patel. Dan, welcome to the show today.
Thank you so much for inviting me, guys.
Well, Dan, I wanted to have you on the show because we're trying to highlight some of the most unique stories and some of the best business stories here in Airdrie. And it was brought to my attention that you have a really good homegrown Airdrie story here. So I wanted to invite you on to tell it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that. And we would like to tell you that we expanded here in Airdrie back in 2021, purchasing the commercial buildings. And then last year we purchased a Holiday Inn Express and Suites on the East Lake Avenue.
Okay.
And then we did the second purchase on the Comfort Inn and Suites on Sierra Spring. That's our two purchases in the last year.
Right.
And we are expanding further probably next year for another project as well.
So you have two hotel properties in the city.
Correct.
How many people do you employ?
Overall with all of them is about 60.
60 people.
60 people, yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty major driver of economic development in our city.
That is correct, yeah.
But you didn't always start in hotels. So let's talk about what brought you to Canada and what brought you to Airdrie.
Perfect, yeah. So we've been here in Canada since 2002. I'm graduated in engineering, mechanical engineering, and started working in Ontario 2002 to 2005 as an engineer. And then 2005, we started a business, Subway Restaurants. So that's our first business in Parry Sound, Ontario.
Sorry, you started at a Subway sandwich place, and now you're owning
hotels,
two hotels.
That's correct.
So talk to me about starting a Subway restaurant. What was that like?
Yeah, so I think
it's a long way from mechanical engineering.
Yes, correct. Yeah, because mostly all the families, our Patel families, mostly are in the businesses, right?
Okay.
So that's our gene that always bring it to the business families, right? So, I mean, in 2005 we started Subway.
Okay.
And then we sold those one and moved to Cranbrook, BC, and that's where we built our most of the businesses over there in the East Kootenay areas. Most we have over there is a Subways, ABC restaurants, and we have a Days in Cranbrook there.
Yeah.
As well in Cranbrook, BC, and we also have a Fernie Stanford Resort in Fernie, BC.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then we have two Subway, Cranbrook and Kimberley.
So you kept the Subway franchises, and now you're growing your hotel side of it. What made Airdrie attractive to you?
I mean, the economic development wise, the Airdrie is a right location, very closer to the Calgary.
Yeah.
That drive the most business from the Calgary to here.
Yeah.
And the expansion of this town is very large right now.
Right.
I mean, one of the fastest growing town, I would say, in around the Calgarys, right? And it's very close. I mean, you have a city living, plus also you are living in the remotely as well. So
right. You have kind of the best of both worlds.
The best of both, yeah, you're right. So, yeah.
So have you and your wife moved to Airdrie? Are you living here now?
We live in the Calgary Northwest, but the end of Calgary Northwest. I mean, we are living in Livingstone, which is closer, like 10-minute drive from here, right? So
yeah, very close. Very close. Yeah. And you were talking about expanding more in Airdrie. Are you looking for more properties, or are you looking to develop properties?
I mean, we are looking to develop properties between Airdrie and the Calgary. Yeah. So that's where we are planning. I mean, it's going right now. So probably we'll execute beginning of next year.
Now, I know one of the things that Airdrie desperately needs is more infrastructure and more spaces to hold events and like weddings and conferences. Is there any chance some of that development will include maybe an event center or a room that could hold 200-300 people so we could keep planning those events here in Airdrie?
I mean, that's the good idea too, because right now we have both hotels. Our capacity is very low. I mean, Comfort is holding about 70 people and the Holiday Inn holding is about 60 people, right?
Yeah.
And we always have a demand for people looking for like 100 plus people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that development might be we are thinking about with your ideas of having more rooms, more number of people can hold it. It's a better for us as well, right? So, yeah.
Well, I have no doubt that when we build facilities in the city, people will use them, right? So
Correct, yeah.
if we could have a conference center, I'd be very happy. I would give you a lot of business. We'd be bringing coaching conferences. We'd be
Okay.
bringing football teams and all that. So I keep my fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, I'm sure we can manage that.
When can we expect some news?
I mean, like I said, beginning of next year.
Beginning of next year.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's under development stage. So it's purchasing lands and everything. So, I mean, it's not under, it's been a long time. Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to have you on to talk about was coming to a new country. I know you have a degree in mechanical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
How do you start over? How do you come to a new country and kind of start with nothing?
Yeah. I mean, so when you are engineer, you can apply under permanent residency.
Yeah.
I mean, those days was very easy.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a little bit regulation started, and you have to have a points and everything. But in those days, like if you're an engineer, and there was a pilot program going on with the a lot of oil companies building their empires and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, 2099 and everything, right? So when I applied in 2001, I got selected within 6 months. I was here, right?
Wow.
So it was the fastest process in those days. Right? So yeah, I came here and it was pretty good. In the beginning, we struggled, but I mean, we all have to struggle one day, and
Yeah, of
then we
course.
can pass through, right? So yeah.
So then you come here, and then you get into the subway side. You build up some capital. What was purchasing your first hotel like? What went into that decision?
I mean, we heard. I mean, the main reason for purchase is to like the hotel is the profitability. I mean,
Yeah.
the hotel has the highest profitable in any businesses.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, compared to any business you do, hotel is the highest profitable business. Plus, you have a real estate in your hand. I mean, tangible real estate.
Yeah.
That's what we are looking into is always. So, I mean, that's the reason we went into the hotel industry. And then the first success, we are very good. The furnished Stanford is our first purchase and work out pretty good for us. So eventually we expanded pretty fast after another one. So,
Right.
I mean, luck is also in our hand as well. So it's combined both of them, working hard and the luck together. I mean, it's a success is always there, right? So, yeah.
Now, you started purchasing here in Airdrie in 2021, you said.
Yes,
So that was at the height of the global pandemic.
correct.
So at one point, you're taking a huge risk on when the industry is going to recover. But at another side, you must have been taking advantage of the fact that some of these hotels were probably in distress and needed capital infusions and needed somebody to purchase them. So what went into the decision to enter the marketplace during COVID?
Okay. The reason behind we went to the Airdrie is, we researched it quite a bit before we enter into this market, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The main reason is the Calgary market was, overflowing already.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of businesses are struggling to work there. We found that Airdrie has a good chance when the Calgary is overflowing and, saturation is there. People are tired of busy towns.
Yeah.
I think that's where people trying to move to the smaller town next to them.
Right.
I mean,
The
I have
bedroom
seen
communities.
it. I have seen it like when I was in Ontario, the Barrie is one of the example because I'm passing through Barrie every time.
Yeah.
And I have seen it how fast is growing that Barrie compared to Toronto. Right?
Right.
So this was in our ideas like, okay, let's go to the next of the Calgary, which is the fastest growing town, right? And between the Edmonton and Calgary, the center, the first town out of the Calgary is the Airdrie.
Right.
And driving a lot of businesses and the traffics and the highway 2 road, right? Bringing a lot of traffics to the roads, which was one of the main point we discussed, right? Before we purchased. So.
And there was no concern about coming in out of the pandemic. You felt that the industry would recover and be robust afterwards.
I mean, that's what we thought about. The risk is always there, but I
Right.
mean, I think if you want to guess the best deal, this is the right time to buy something at the cheapest price you could get, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think you have to take a risk to get a faster moving yourself, right? Yeah.
Right. Well, it seems like it worked out really well for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we tried hard. We work hard though, right?
Of course.
I work minimum like 10 to 12 hours a day, right? I mean, to achieve anything, you have to work hard, right? So, yeah.
Tell me a bit about your Airdrie staff. So you employ around 50 people. What roles are they working?
I mean, they are from management to a front desk and housekeeping,
Yeah.
and including the maintenance of the building. We also have, all the our contractors. I mean, the snow
Right.
removals, even the maintenance and everything. We all have a local now.
Yeah.
We all converted from Calgary to local. So we believe in the buy local, stay local.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So I mean, that's what our target is. So that's why we have all the staff is from local as well.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay, so where are you going next? So I know you have expansion plans for next year, but in 5 years, where's the Patel family? Are you having 10 hotels in Airdrie, or are you looking to expand to Okotoks or other cities like that? What's the future bring?
I mean, our plan is to stay in the Airdrie right now and expand in within this town. But if the opportunity comes in for Calgary or surrounding town, we
Yeah.
are open to that as well. But our plan is the future in the next 10 years, at least having one hotel per year.
One
That's a
hotel per
plan.
year
Yeah, that's
for
a
the
plan,
next
you
10
know.
years.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a plan. So
And
yeah.
then sell them all, buy a big hotel in Vegas, or
Nope. I think
No,
we are
okay,
staying
we're always
in
gonna
Calgary.
stay local.
Yeah.
So, and I know you're in this business with your wife as well. I believe her name's Tina.
Tina, yeah. Tina Patel.
Tell me a little bit about your family.
Yeah, I think we married in 2001 before we came to Canada, and then been almost 23 years now.
Right.
Right. So yeah, it's pretty success story. We had it. Yeah, working hard, both of us.
And she's also a mechanical engineer as well?
No, she's an electronics engineer.
Electronics engineer.
Yeah.
So is everybody just engineers?
Engineers, yeah. I mean, you have to have a education to come to Canada, I guess. That was
Absolutely.
one of the requirement. I think they have it, right? So yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you for doing business in our city and employing so many people. And thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else you want to tell people who are listening about your family or about your business?
I would say that the city of Airdrie is always welcoming the new immigrants or new people who are within the Canada even.
Right.
I think one of the best town I see in terms of like helping the people to grow.
Yeah.
And they're always cooperative to when you go for apply for anything, I mean permits to the anything, they're always helpful. I mean, we found it, they are always comes to us and make sure that we are happy here, and make sure we whatever we needed, they're providing us. So that's a good start here, right? So
Now, and you have experience dealing with other cities. So Airdrie ranks higher than, let's say, some of the other cities you might be doing business in when it comes to ease and that kind of thing?
I found it one of the easier. I mean, like compared to I have done Cranbrook, Kimberley, Fernie, I mean all the East Kootenay town, and I also dealt one time in Calgary as well. But I found it Airdrie is one of the easiest one to get through everything. The staff here is working hard to make sure that the business are like expanding themselves faster.
Right.
I mean their needs can be fulfilled, so they can do the business faster, right? So yeah.
Right. Well, like I said, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. Can't wait to see what the future brings, and I can't wait for a conference center to be here in Airdrie. So
Yeah, it's a surprise. We'll open it after next year, right? So beginning of next year.
if it has a conference center, I'm going to bring you back on the show. We'll film it there, and we'll make a big scene about it. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I appreciate that.
No, it was absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you so much for being with us today on Airdrie Inside. We'll be back with more great shows coming up soon.